music, skill development, moral values, all that is also given equal importance in our education system. And I think the best person to talk about all these different fields that we talk about is you. So may I request and invite you to please address this over Catherine.
It's very kind of you to invite me here, and you think to give the impression that I have authority on education, which of course I'm not. But and also, springing this kind of surprise is a little bit, off-putting, because I have no idea that I had to speak here. And I've come here, I think, to give away some awards. Is that right? Yes, which of course I will look forward to. But since I've been given the mic, I have to say that this kind of gathering, this kind of seminar, this kind of exchanging of ideas does help to create a kind of enabling environment and to raise awareness about many issues. Like even with the short span of 5 minutes that I was sitting there, I learned about cycles, GST, and many other things, and which are sort of global concerns and a kind of exchange, sort of global exchange, and which is wonderful. But in our country, of course, in India, we live in many centuries. I would say every 65 kilometers, there is a change of sensibility, change of approach to everything. So which is of course this diversity and plurality of this country is our strength, no doubt. But it also poses a lot of challenge. And I was reading the other day in the papers about education in Nanded, I think in a place, in a small village in Maharashtra. There's just one student who is now 8 years old, and this teacher, rural teacher, there is a word for it which I do not know, has to travel 25 kilometers to come and teach this one person who's thoroughly bored because he hides somewhere, and the teacher has to actually get him back to teach, because he says, I have no friends. There's only one person I used to play football with. He's also gone away, and now and then he comes to the village, and then I get to. So these are the little obstacles to education. I mean, in that catchment, which comes under, I think, Sharad Pawar's daughter's constituency, I think, there is really nothing happening. There is not even, and this teacher, on his own accord, is trying to create, from solar connection, e-education, so that this little boy is exposed to the outer world, outside world, because there's no television. So there is really nothing, and all the young people are now moving out. So these are the little challenges India faces. I mean, every place is not organized like Delhi, Mumbai, and these are all of us are very privileged sitting here, and we get a lot of exposure. But we also have to keep in mind, and I think education is the key. Education is the very basis that our civilization rests on. Without education, we have no future. So I think, I want to congratulate you that you're talking about it, but while you're focusing here, a little bit of rural India, a little bit of these challenging spots, and a little bit of hand-holding and appreciation of all these teachers who are in isolation somewhere, and their dedication. I think that needs to be looked at also. And because we have to really encourage people who are teaching, and I think it's a very dedicated profession and a very honorable profession, and we really must respect that. And although there are a lot of children are going to school, there are huge dropouts, especially for women, because they find it very difficult when they attain puberty to travel, because many things happen on the way to school, and schools are often miles away. So again, that area needs to be looked at. lack of toilets in the schools has to be looked at. So there are very many challenges and obstacles to education. People want to study, but sometimes the teachers are missing. The schools are there, teachers are missing. The school is there, but there is a nala on the way to the school, and come rain, come monsoon, that nala is overflowing. So it's impossible to get to the school. So they're because with UNICEF I travel, as you know, I'm their Goodwill Ambassador, and I go to various places, and I've seen firsthand the kind of problem a girl child faces educating herself. First is that parental obstacle, and then these kind of, the school, absence of teachers, lack of toilets, and all these things I mentioned. So I think, but at the same time, I'm happy to say India is progressing, we are going forward, and I think a lot of things have happened, and subsequent governments are taking interest. There is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao is our slogan. So from slogan, it should become reality. And then only then we will succeed. Thank you very much. I think I don't know what I said because I wasn't really prepared, but I hope I made sense to you. Thank you.